12 years old I was in 1969, and I had my new friend Jackie. Jackie, who was the one who told me about Star Trek. Jackie, whose father worked with Native Americans, and so you never knew when there was going to be a Lakota medicine man in his home. Jackie, who had 2 older brothers, where if you snuck into their room, there was R. Crumb comic books. You remember that? And the smell of pot coming out of their room. And one of those brothers showed me the coolest album ever. So colorful, so different. What is it? The Grateful Dead. I love the name. Names were pretty much all I knew. I mean, my mom used to play classical music, and I would sing along to that at home. It was great. I mean, she would make up stories about the lightning coming down in the ocean to go with the classical music. When I was 9 years old, one of the boys in my class had a mom who was a teacher in another school, and we got to be pen pals together. And when I got my first pen pal letter, and she asked, "What groups do you like?" I was like, what are some names? And she wrote back with a whole list of names. And so I checked off the ones that sounded cool, like the Toys. I like Toys, or the Four Seasons. And that satisfied her, but I didn't really know about the music and the rebellion that was so important to so many people about rock and roll. I wasn't rebelling. I was the one who was the older sister. And so when I read The Cat in the Hat, it was like, stop being so bad. I was the one that when the teacher said, "I'm going to go out, who wants to be a monitor?" I was like, ooh, me. So I wasn't rebelling. So I hadn't ever actually gotten to see the Grateful Dead, even in my 20s, and I was working in a computer store, and someone came in, and he had his cute little ring, and was like, "Oh, what's that?" "Oh, the Turtles." He said, "Yeah, the Turtles." I'm like, "The Turtles?" He said, "Feeling Groovy." Oh, Feeling Groovy, I remember. And we started to talk about music. He did sound for them, but when he wasn't working, he was a deadhead. And he went to hundreds of shows, and when he found out that I had never been to one, he said, "Oh, no, you're coming with me." And he took me to my first, and actually only, but it was cool, my first Grateful Dead concert. And when we came in, he said, "That's where our seats are." Yep. So, but first we're going to visit my friends who were in the section where they, were allowed to record everything. It was like, oh, this is so cool. I met all his friends, and it's like, okay, it's going to start. The monitor in me was coming out. It's going to start. Our seats are there. He said, "Don't worry about it. Stay here." I said, but our seats. And he said, "Nobody sits at a Grateful Dead concert." And so I was down there with all the other people who were recording, who were deadheads, who knew it all. And I danced and never sat for a second. And am now an honorary deadhead.